Welcome back to the channel. As October unfolds, our gardens continue to thrive, showcasing a vibrant tapestry of colors and textures that signal the transition into autumn. Today, we're taking a leisurely stroll through our October garden, exploring the stunning foliage, late blooming flowers, and tips on how to keep your garden flourishing as the temperatures begin to drop. So grab your gardening gloves and let's dive into the beauty that October has to offer. Entrance to the garden. As we enter the garden, let's take a moment to appreciate the entrance, where a rustic wooden gate adorned with climbing vines welcomes us. Here, you'll notice the deep greens of the evergreen shrubs, perfectly framing the scene. The pathway is lined with charming lanterns that will soon light up the way for those cool October evenings. I've planted marigolds along the edges, their warm orange and yellow blooms adding a cheerful touch against the crisp autumn air. The air is filled with the scent of the earth, and as we stroll along, take note of how the garden's personality shifts with the season. In October, it's all about the transition. You'll see remnants of summer mingling with hints of winter as the days shorten and the nights grow cooler. The flower beds. Now, let's stop by the main flower beds. These beds are still bursting with life, showcasing an array of late-season blooms. Here, you'll find zinnias standing tall, their vibrant colors offering a stunning contrast against the darker hues of fall. I love how resilient they are, blooming well into October and attracting the last of the butterflies. In the corner, the asters are a true showstopper this time of year. Their purple and blue hues pop beautifully against the backdrop of fading summer blooms. Asters are not only stunning but also essential for providing nectar to pollinators as they prepare for winter. Did you know that planting a variety of aster species can extend your blooming season even further? The vegetable garden. Next, let's head over to the vegetable garden. Even in October, we're still harvesting a bountiful crop. This time of year, you'll find hearty vegetables like kale, carrots, and Brussels sprouts. These cool weather crops actually taste better after a frost, which makes them ideal for this time of year. I recommend planting a fall crop of spinach as well. Spinach grows quickly and can be harvested in as little as 6 weeks. Plus, it's perfect for salads and cooking. Don't forget to cover your leafy greens with a protective layer of mulch to keep the soil warm and retain moisture. As we examine the tomato plants, you might notice some green tomatoes still clinging on. If the temperatures drop, you can harvest these and let them ripen indoors. Just place them in a brown paper bag or on a sunny windowsill, and you'll have fresh tomatoes for your soups and salads. The orchard. Now, let's visit the orchard. The apple trees are heavy with fruit, and it's time for harvesting. October is prime apple picking season, and nothing beats the taste of fresh, crisp apples. I've got a few varieties here, including Honeycrisp and Granny Smith, each with their own unique flavor profile. As we pick some apples, let's talk about the importance of pruning. After the harvest, it's essential to prune your trees to encourage healthy growth for the following season. Remove any dead or diseased branches and thin out the canopy to improve air circulation. This will help prevent diseases and promote better fruit production. And don't forget to plant cover crops in your orchard. They can improve soil health and prevent erosion during the winter months. Legumes like clover or vetch can fix nitrogen in the soil, giving your trees a nutrient boost come spring. The patio and container plants. Now, let's take a look at the patio area where container plants are still flourishing. I've used a mix of perennials and annuals for a colorful display. The petunias and geraniums are still putting on a show, while the ornamental grasses add movement and texture to the arrangement. Container gardening is a great way to extend your growing season. As temperatures drop, you can move some pots indoors to keep your favorite plants thriving. Herbs like basil and mint are perfect candidates for indoor pots, and they'll continue to provide fresh flavor for your dishes all winter long. Don't forget to water your container plants as they can dry out more quickly than those in the ground. Adding a layer of mulch on top can help retain moisture and regulate temperature. The wildlife habitat. As we wander through the garden, let's pause to appreciate the wildlife habitat we've created. It's a joy to see butterflies flitting about and birds visiting the feeders. This time of year, it's crucial to provide food and shelter for our feathered friends as they prepare for migration. Consider adding a birdhouse or two to attract more species. You can also create a small water source, like a bird bath, to offer a refreshing drink for them. Remember to change the water regularly to keep it clean and appealing. Additionally, planting native species can enhance your garden's biodiversity. Native plants are adapted to local conditions and can provide the best food sources for local wildlife, supporting the ecosystem in your area. Seasonal decor. Now, let's talk about adding some seasonal decor. October is the perfect time to embrace the fall spirit, and I love decorating the garden with pumpkins, gourds, and hay bales. Arrange them in clusters near the entrance or on the patio for a cozy autumn vibe. Consider using natural elements like pine cones and acorns to create centerpieces or decorative arrangements. You can even create a DIY wreath using colorful leaves, twigs, and dried flowers from your garden. It's a great way to bring the outdoors in and celebrate the beauty of fall. Don't forget about your outdoor lighting. String lights or lanterns can create a warm atmosphere for those chilly evenings spent in the garden. It's the perfect setting for enjoying a cup of hot cider or hosting a bonfire with friends and family. Preparing for winter. As we near the end of our tour, let's discuss some essential tasks for preparing the garden for winter. October is the perfect time to clean up fallen leaves and debris. Removing this clutter will help prevent pests and diseases from overwintering in your garden. If you have perennials, consider cutting them back after the first frost. This helps to tidy up the garden and allows new growth to flourish in spring. You can leave some seed heads for birds to enjoy, creating a beautiful winter landscape. Don't forget to protect your tender plants. If you have any delicate varieties, consider covering them with frost cloth or bringing potted plants indoors. A layer of mulch can also help insulate the roots of your perennials and shrubs. As final thoughts and Q&A, as we wrap up our October garden tour, I hope you feel inspired to appreciate the beauty of this season in your own garden. Remember, even as we transition into cooler weather, there's still plenty of life and color to enjoy. If you have any questions about specific plants or gardening techniques, drop them in the comments below. I love hearing from you and sharing our gardening experiences. What are your favorite October plants? How do you prepare your garden for winter? Let's start a conversation. Outro. Thank you for joining me on this October garden tour. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more gardening tips, seasonal tours, and DIY projects. Let's keep our gardens thriving together as we move into the next season. Happy gardening, and see you next time.